Hello guys, so today I decided to type Spice Girls. If you're new to my channel, I have a huge Kibi body types playlist. I'm gonna leave the link down below. Just so you know, Kibi thinks that typing celebrities is a parlor game. You mostly can see their frozen picture or with tons of makeup, different kinds of hair, different kinds of clothes, which already distorts the look very much. Because for the picture and for the video, with correct lighting, you can do pretty much anything with a body. You can make one person look like all these bodies. But in real life, things are different. Also, I wanted to tell you, only David knows 100%. I'm only applying the information that I've learned over these last years about Kibi because I'm a huge fan of this man. Argue with me, write me comments. So I decided I'm not gonna give a certain label to this or that star. I'm just gonna assume that for me, she's closer to this or that type. And then we will see. Maybe eventually David Kibi types them and it will be absolutely different, like it happened with Selena Gomez when everybody thought that she was like soft natural or even flamboyant natural, I've heard, and then she appeared to be theatrical romantic, you see? So we definitely have these blind spots for sure, but let's see how you can agree with me on certain things. First, let's go to Emma Bunton. She looks small to me, and when I just checked her pictures and checked her videos when she was on stage, mostly the image that they made for her was a little girl. Yeah, doll-like features. So first I checked her height, and she's actually tiny. She's 5'2" and 1 meter 55 centimeters. So we definitely can mark off those tall types. She's not dramatic, not soft dramatic, and not flamboyant natural for sure. She's not dramatic classic. Again, she's quite tiny for that. She's not balanced, and she's on a softer side for sure. I don't see any additional drama in her. She's not natural classic and gamine because David Kibi doesn't use these pure types anymore, so I'm not gonna use them today too. She's not flamboyant gamine because I think she's too soft for that. Flamboyant gamines are normally more angular and have a little bit different vibe. Now we have 5 soft types left. It's romantic, theatrical romantic, soft gamine, soft classic, and soft natural. I don't think she's soft classic because she's not balanced, as I said before. To me, she's not quite symmetrical in her body structure. She's quite soft and smallish. She doesn't have the vibe of soft classic as well, so I would not put her to soft classic category at all. Is she curve dominant? Yes, I would say yes. We can see some curve here. So is she soft natural, romantic, theatrical romantic, or soft gamine? Definitely when they created that image for her for stage, that is very much soft gamine image. Short shapes, very contrasted patterns, all that is very soft gamine-ish. Let's check what David Kibi said in his Metamorphosis book about soft gamine structure. Very rounded body type and features on a delicately angular frame, along with a playful and spirited essence. So in my opinion, she has everything that David Kibi said in his Metamorphosis book, except for delicately angular frame. Also, top part of the body is quite important for David Kibi body types, as I realized just recently, because see, it's very important how the top of the clothes is sitting on our body. Sometimes it's just stretched too much, so sometimes certain things just won't work for you. They just won't sit on you properly. Whereas the stitches that are attached to the main part of the garment. And another part of the book, what David says about soft gamines, is bone structure delicate and small, yet slightly broad and angular. So here I like this broad thing better. Slightly broad and angular, yet curve dominant. So she does looks to me like this description. Now let's see if she can be romantic. I think she also looks great in this soft, delicate, and gentle pieces, but at the same time I think she has some angularity that is popping through. Angularity in her jawline, some angularity in her shoulders. So I think she's a bit angular for romantic, because in the book he says romantics have soft physicality and magnetic essence. I just don't think that she has that essence. She has different essence a little bit. And also it says bone structure is delicate and smallish, usually to the wide side. You know, fits by the description. Yeah, usually to the wide side. She's slightly wide here. But rounded or sloped shoulders. She doesn't have that. Her shoulders are quite angular, not sloped, not rounded. We look at overall thing, and I think just by essence she is not romantic. She's slightly more angular than that. Now, theatrical romantics normally are more delicate in bone structure. They have bird-like bones. So I don't think she is theatrical romantic, because I think theatrical romantics are narrower in bones than that. And soft natural. I was thinking about soft natural too, just because of that top part of her body. So I can say I was really stuck between soft natural and soft gamine, because just in general I think she really fits to the description of soft gamine. But in this case I have a question: how important the chest part is in this case. Maybe it is so important so soft natural lines would look more flattering on her. And then I checked her in more soft gamine lines and more in soft natural lines, and I can tell you I like her in both. I like her with longer hair, I like her with bob, I like her with slightly relaxed top, I like her with more fitted top. I think it looks quite cute on her. She doesn't look heavy with that, she doesn't look top heavy with that. Also, I like her with short dresses, but I think she can pull off longer dresses too. Of course, I think she's wearing some high heels or platforms in this case, but I think she can pull that off. I don't think that longer hair pull her down too much. Probably to me, it's 40% soft natural and 60% soft gamine. I will check more pictures of her, I will see, but for now, that's what I think. In my community center, I just made a poll so you can vote. What do you think? And then we're gonna see what majority of people who watch this video think. Now let's go to Melanie C. When I first looked at her, I felt like she's definitely taller, and then I checked her height and she is 5'6", 1 m67 cm. She definitely already has that vertical line, and Kibi recently mentioned that starting from 5'6" and above, this is where you for sure have some kind of a vertical line. So if she has vertical line, then we mark off some of the body types that don't have vertical line, which is the tiniest types. Soft gamine, soft classic, theatrical romantic, romantic. She's not flamboyant gamine. Of course, we mark off pure types like gamine, natural, and classic. We're left with dramatic, soft natural, flamboyant, natural, and dramatic, classic. So if I was describing her, I would say she is angular, quite muscular, elongated, athletic looking, but she was also working out a lot. I think long limbs and prominent facial features. Slightly softened though, not very angular. So I don't think she's soft dramatic because she's not curve dominant to me. I don't perceive her as curvy, voluptuous woman. Not dramatic because I think she's not as dry as dramatic. She doesn't have that extra angularity and narrow bones. She's not sharp enough. Also, her essence is not dramatic for sure. She's not dramatic classic as well, I think, because she's not balanced with extra young on top. So what we're left with is soft natural and flamboyant natural. Soft natural, I don't think so. Soft naturals definitely have some curve, and I don't perceive her as curvy woman. She has more elongation and she has some width on top. So to me, she's flamboyant natural. What do you guys think? Again, I'm leaving another poll on my community center. You can vote. What do you think? Geri Halliwell. I didn't perceive her as very tiny. I thought she was moderate in size, but she is actually tinier than Emma. So she's 5'1", 1 m 55 cm. What I can see, she has really short limbs. She has small body. I think she was working out a lot, so she has some muscles, but I think naturally she would not have them as much. And she's still quite soft to me. As far as she's really small, we can mark off taller types. Dramatic, soft dramatic, flamboyant natural, for sure she's not them. Not dramatic classic, also because she's not as balanced, she's actually smaller and shorter than that. She's not natural classic and gamine, we don't use pure types today. Flamboyant gamine, I don't think she's flamboyant gamine because I think she's curvier, she's rounder than flamboyant gamines. Flamboyant gamines can be also quite small, but they are more straight and they're more angular than her. I don't perceive her as too angular. We are left with 5 types. Again, softest types: romantic, theatrical romantic, soft gamine, soft classic, and soft natural. I don't think she's soft natural because she's not quite wide, especially here at the top part. I don't think she's soft gamine because not that essence and also not angular enough. Soft classic, I don't think so. She's not balanced enough. As I said, she's slightly on a shorter side and slightly rounder than soft classics. So I would say no. Now we're left with romantic and theatrical romantic. I can see some sharpness in her shoulders. She has sloped shoulder here and then slightly tapered here, and she has some sharpness in her shoulder. She has a little bit sharp chin, a little bit sharp nose. Her eyes are slightly upturned, but at the same time she's a little bit voluptuous on that smallish frame. So I do think she's theatrical romantic, a bit more than romantic. I think if she was romantic, she would have to be a bit softer than that. My verdict today is theatrical romantic. I don't know what you guys think. Argue with me, let me know in the comments. And again, I'm leaving the poll in my community center so you can vote and we all gonna see what you think. Melanie Brown, Mel B. So she is 5'5", 1 m 63 cm. And I was very surprised about this because I was thinking before that she's quite tall, especially watching them all together. I know that she was wearing high heels and platforms to make her taller looking, but still I perceived her as much taller woman. So she's quite moderate in size, I would say. She has long arms. She looks quite muscular. Again, maybe she was working out a lot as the rest of the girls back then. I don't know how natural it is for her particular body, but it looks kind of natural for her. She has musculature, some width, and some softness. Let's see what she's not for sure, in my opinion. Of course, she's not soft gamine. Just very far, I think, from soft gamine essence and body structure and everything else. She's not gamine natural and classic. We're not using cure types today. She's not theatrical romantic or romantic because I think she's not soft enough, not voluptuous enough. Even though she has some softness, I think she's more strong and more angular than them. She is not soft classic because I don't think that she is balanced enough with additional softness. I don't think she's flamboyant gamine because it's a different vibe, and also she is not that straight and smallish looking. I don't think she's dramatic because she doesn't have that extra angularity, that narrowness and that elongation that dramatics normally have, and she's much softer than dramatic, so I don't perceive her as dramatic. She's not soft dramatic because I don't think that she is voluptuous in her body. Let me know what you think, guys. I think she's more frame dominant than curve dominant, even though she has some softness on her body, but I perceive this softness as more musculature plus flesh rather than just flesh. So we have 3 types left: dramatic classic, flamboyant natural, and soft natural. Dramatic classic, I don't think so. However, I was thinking about it a little bit, but I don't think that this is her essence, and I don't think she's balanced enough plus some additional drama. I just don't see that yin-yang balance in her. It's possible that her chest is silicone too. If we check her earlier pictures, she had some chest too, but on the other hand, I don't perceive this part as curvy. Again, it's not rounded for me, it's quite straight here. Flamboyant natural or soft natural? I was stuck for some time because I was checking some of her pictures, and on some pictures she looks quite nice in some soft natural lines, but then when I checked closer, so I do think she's more flamboyant natural to me. I would say she's 20% soft natural and 80% flamboyant natural. I vote for flamboyant natural for now. What do you guys think? Again, I'm leaving the poll. You can vote there and we're gonna see what you think about it. And now Victoria Beckham, very controversial type. Her height is 5'4", 1 meter 63 centimeters. She's kind of not tall, but let's not mark off some taller types. What I see thin bones, and I know she did some surgery. She removed some buccal fat, I think, from her cheeks, because I think when she was younger she had that puffier cheeks here, and I think she made her chest bigger with silicone. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, but like I'm looking on her previous pictures and I think it was a little bit smaller. But rather than that, I don't think she did too much to herself. She looked a little bit more meaty back then. But still, natural classic gamine we're not taking. I don't think she's any of the naturals, to be honest, because she doesn't have that blunt bones and extra musculature. Not soft natural, not flamboyant natural. I don't think she's curve dominant. I think she's frame dominant. So she's not curvy types for me. She's not romantic, soft classic, soft gamine, or soft dramatic to me. She's not voluptuous enough. If we talk about theatrical romantic, still she's drier than that in my viewpoint, and she's more angular. Her shoulders are more angular, that top part of her body is more angular, her hips, everything is a little bit more on a straighter side, even though I know that she lost a lot of weight, but still, I perceive her as more straight and dry, and theatrical romantics are still plump. They have delicate bone structure, but they're plump, voluptuous. What's left? Flamboyant gamine, dramatic classic, and dramatic. I don't think she's dramatic classic because I don't think she's balanced enough. I think if she was a bit more broad, she could be closer to dramatic classic. For now, I don't see that. Flamboyant gamine, I don't think so. Body structure, it could actually fit the description of David Kibi, but her essence is not flamboyant gamine for sure. And I think the recommendations that are given in the book is too far from her. Let's go to the book for a second and let's read the part of the book about flamboyant gamines. It says, yang in shape, angular, yin in size, height. Yang is energy, aggressive and dynamic, and yin in youthfulness. So I don't think that she gives that youthfulness to us. She doesn't look older than her age, but she doesn't look necessarily youthful, playful in her facial features. Also, it says sassy chic is flamboyant gamine's description as an essence. Smallish, broadly angular physicality. I don't think she is broadly angular and she doesn't look smallish actually. Youthfully bold and brassy essence for flamboyant gamine. I also don't think that she has that brassy essence. Gamines normally have slightly wide bones, so in my viewpoint, she's dramatic. Because I also checked some of her outfits and I noticed that very minimalistic, clean style which she actually goes for is fitting her very well. When she was in Spice Girls, the image that they made for her was quite dramatic. It was very geometric, it was very minimalistic. She was wearing black a lot. She had that blunt geometric bob. It normally looks amazing on dramatics. If she was not an angular type, that would accentuate her softness, but it didn't. When dramatics go for wispy hairstyles, that normally cheapens their look, and I think this is one of the things that happened to her. When they lighten their hair a little bit so it would look softer in hair color, that also cheapens their look. Now she can pull off long vertical lines. Normally flamboyant gamines, they can't pull off long vertical line, it drags them down to the ground. She looks amazing in everything elongated. Elongated blazer, sharp blazer, elongated pants. She doesn't even look as royal in cropped pants. She goes without high heels, she also looks elongated. The whole configuration of her body, even though she is small comparing her to other types within her own body, she looks quite elongated, I think. This is a similar example, I think, to Sarah Jessica Parker, that David Kibbe said that she is flamboyant natural, and she's quite small. She's 5'3". But inside of her body, the size of her head matching the size of her body pretty well. Within that body, that is more flamboyant natural than anything else. So I think same thing is with Victoria. I'm still not 100% sure. It's just my vision, and I just use the knowledge that I have, show you my thinking process, but you definitely can argue with me. I will be glad to read your comments. And again, I made a poll. You go to community section and you vote for all 5, and I'm gonna check it out and we're gonna see what you guys think. Again, take everything with a pinch of salt. It's not serious, it's just a parlor game. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.